Okay, so we have big news for ISM this month. We've also got massive news for Ultimate Modelling products. We've got all the jeebies and SIG updates and a new sponsor to boot, and obviously the free prize draw winners for June and July. I'm Lee, and this is International Scale Modeler. Right, okay, we'll kick off with ISM news. It's been a couple of months, mainly because it's been over 40 degrees here. It's been too hot to film in my studio. There's no aircon or anything like that. I haven't even been able to model. It's been so hot. I mean, it's low 30s now, and it's still really hot, but I need to get this video up before the end of August. So if I see water start pouring off me, it's just sweat. It's nothing. It's not contagious or anything. Okay, so the big ISM news is... if you remember a little while ago, I said we're thinking about overhauling the forums, making them a little bit more interactive, get more people involved, and brighten them up a bit, jazz them up, and make them more interesting, basically, rather than a staid old modelling forum. So we had a great chance when got an offer from Matt Morvant, this young guy here, who's a fantastic programmer and website designer and things like that, and he's really helped us a great deal to get International Scale Modeler back on track. The forums, they've been let go a little bit, you know, interest is waning a little bit, but I think that's because of Facebook taking over. But what we've done is we've sat down and gone through a load of ideas, and we've come up with several things. Now, if you've used the forum lately at all, you'll notice there's lots of little changes, incremental changes that we're making before we, obviously, the big change comes very, very soon. But if I quickly go through what we've implemented already, and this is all down to Matt's coding skills, and I just want to say, while we're here, a massive thank you to Matt for all your help. He hasn't asked for anything in return, and it's going to prove to be a great relationship. And I just want to say a massive thank you, Matt, for all your help, mate. It's really, really appreciated, and I'm hoping all the members on International Scale Modeler will appreciate them too. But let's go through. He's written me a long list of all the integrations we've made. There's a few really good ones in there, so I'm just going to go through these with you. There's a couple in there that a lot of people haven't used yet, that I don't think they really know about them, but they're absolutely really powerful tools as well. So we'll go through them. We've got direct image integration now with Flickr and Imgur, and soon Photobucket as well. What that means is, rather than having to go to Imgur or go to Flickr, get the link, paste it into the post and things like that, now all you do is a simple process to register the API from International Scale Modeler with your account at Flickr or Imgur or whatever you use, and that will automatically bring up your photos in certain folders in the actual message box, to reply in the message box. So you don't have to go and find the pictures individually, put all the links in now. You just click the pictures that appear in your message box from your Imgur account, and bang, they're in the post. So very much easier, really is. So you can access all the images now direct from your message editor and everything, rather than have to go to several different sites and things like that. Really does, it's a game changer, really, and it makes things so easy. If you're not sure how to implement the change, because literally all you've got to do is go to Imgur or Flickr or something and give our PHPP website the permission to access your photos in that album, then that's great. And it really is easy to do, but there's instructions on the forums how to go about it. Very easy instructions indeed. So there's support for albums now as well, so you can create your own albums on International Scale Modeler. And I think that integrates again with Flickr and Imgur. We've got one-click insert into forums, no copy and paste and things like that. It just makes the direct integration really easy. It just saves a hell of a lot of time and a lot of faff and hassle as well. You can now also select your country's flag. We've pretty much got all the countries and a couple of extra ones. So if you haven't logged in for a while, when you log in next, there'll be a little message to say, please pick the flag for your country. And that just helps us determine what part of the world you're from and where all our members are from. And it's great to see all these flags at the bottom of the forum, where you can see all the nations that are members of International Scale Modeler. And obviously that is our name. And so we'd love to see where people are from, because people don't always put in their profile like you're from America or Germany or wherever. So that's great to see. So if you can do that, at least that gives us an idea of, you know, the nationalities that are visiting our forums, which is great. We can also now, I love this one. This is a really good tool and quite a powerful one as well. You can now tag people in a member's post. So instead of going, having to copy or quote someone, or you see a post And then if you see a post somewhere else on the forum, you think, oh, I know, so-and-so would like that. You'd have to go over and send them a message with the link to the thing. Now, all you have to do is put the @ symbol, and their username on the forum, press enter, and that will automatically send them a message saying they've been tagged in a post on that forum. Now what that means is that it's so much easier to say, oh, I know or like that, who will be interested in that. So maybe they skip the post or don't see it. We don't get to see every post on it because it's quite busy. And that way they get to see it. It's a great way to, it's a really strong tool, I think, and I really hope people start using it, because I've used it a few times and it does save a lot of hassle and a lot of work, and you can get the right people interested in the right areas, which is good. You can now select the number of threads that appear on your page as well. At the moment, I think the forum default's 10. You can now set that number to as many as you like, so you can see as many threads on one page rather than have to click over to the next page, which some people like loads. I like less. I like to see in small bite-sized chunks, but some people like to see the whole list of forums there and posts and threads and what have you. You can now do that, which is fantastic. We've now got custom images for each forum. If you have a look on the left on the main board page, you can see now we've got little images that denote what sort of forum that area is. Just a little touch we thought would be quite nice as well. The forum changes to red if you've unread a post in that forum. So rather than having to click new posts or posts unread and things like that, you can see immediately as soon as you enter what forums have posts in that you haven't read, so you can jump straight to those forums if that's your area of interest, which is good. We've also got a thing where people used to quote other people in posts, and you used to have this post where there are 10 images in there, and people used to quote that, and all the 10 images would appear. Then someone would quote that, and then the 10 images would appear again, and just this long scroll of massive images. What Matt's done now is any images that are quoted in quotes from other people's posts are now quoted as thumbnails rather than the full image, which is great, so you can still see the content, but it doesn't fill up a whole page just with quotes from other people's posts and all their images again and again and again, which can get quite frustrating. So they're fantastic things. We've also got now an updated message editor to include fading and blurring text. So now you can fade and blur and do all sorts of little funny things with your text, and it actually moves as well across the screen. And again, it's not a massive thing, but it's just a nice little fun thing and adds a little bit of more integration, and you can control your forum experience a little bit more. There's drop shadows, marquee text, which is the scrolling one. There's you can now click icons where you used to be able to put icons like warning symbols and things like that. You now got spoiler alerts and off-topic icons as well, so you can inform people that this is going to be a spoiler, this post, or this post is off-topic. There's now a customizable setting for members how to decide how wide the forum is displayed. Sometimes it's been a standard where, no matter what size your screen you use at home, it's going to be the standard size as it appears. Now you can, change that width to match your monitor, which makes your viewing experience a lot better as well. And very soon, a big change to come. The forum will be getting a whole new look from top to bottom. Watch out for that. We haven't got an exact time scale, but probably the next 2 to 3 weeks or so. So a lot of excellent things are already implemented on ISM to make your experience, navigating the forums a lot easier, a lot more fun. And there's a lot more options there for you now to get involved and make people aware of things a lot easier. So it just makes the whole experience more fluid. We do have, as well as the forum actually changing itself, we do have some very special tools that Matt has developed on his own, and they will be exclusive to International Scholar Modeler. You won't be able to get them anywhere else at all. Excuse me, I just need a little top up. It's only coffee, guys, no alcohol in it, I'm afraid. So they are to include a modeller's toolkit. So what this basically means, exclusive to International Scale Modeler, we're going to have a glue selection charts, drop down boxes where it depends what you're gluing what to what, and it'll tell you all the glues that are involved, ones you can use, ones you can't use, that sort of thing, and what's recommended. We have a paint thinning guide, obviously, which is based on the Ultimate Thinner, this here. And this is the guide that we test all the paints with when new paints are released and things like that. We test them with Ultimate Thinners to make sure, obviously, our claim that it works with every single modeller's paint in the world still viable, acrylic, obviously. So we have a thinning guide as well. Obviously, it's based on Ultimate Thinners, but we'll work with other thinners as well, mass or minus. It's one of those things that all the thinners are different. It's the only one that works with everything is ours, which is fantastic. There's also going to be a scale calculator guide. So this is basically if you've got a guide rail or a handrail you want to make for a 1/35 scale diorama, you can put in 135. I want this to be this long. Well, how big should I make it? How long should I cut my evergreen styrene to match the scale? And that's going to be really useful for those scratch builders on the site as well. So instead of having to use rulers and computer brains, you actually just do it on the forum while you're on the forum, and you can build whole kits from that as well. Also, the most important one and the biggest one will be an integrated paint conversion system. Now what this means is that there are a few of them out there. There's a lot of paint conversions, some apps for iPhones and things like that, and Android and everything. But this is entirely ours, and it'll include all the paints that we can think of. So you type in, right, I've got a Tamiya XF8, what's going to match that, and I'll give you all the other paint brands with a colour that's very similar or in that ballpark, so you can make up your own mind. Obviously the colour swatches we've got from the manufacturers themselves, sometimes they're okay, sometimes they're not, but we can do near as damn it. There will also be a function where you can mix your own paints. You can say, well, I want this color, and it will tell you where you can add X amount of drops of XF18, X amount of drops of XF20, etc., to get the color that you want. So it's going to be a really powerful thing, the Modelers Toolkit. It's going to have its own section on the forum and everything, and I think it's going to be absolutely invaluable to all our members. So I look out for that. That's not long coming. We'll have the new site up first, then that will follow thereafter. You've just got a few bugs to work out and everything. But again, you can see that some exciting stuff happening to International Scale Model on the forums. If you haven't registered on the forums yet, you've watched YouTube, you're on Facebook, but you haven't been to the forums, go to the forums, register, get involved. We have group builds, we have free price draws every month. You know, there's lots happening, lots of other builds and everything going on there, and it's great to see other people's work, and other people love to see out the mistakes that other people make and how they overcame them and things like that, which is one of the best parts of forums, I think. Again, I can't thank Matt Morvan enough. He's done an absolutely cracking job so far, and I'm really excited about the things that come from International Scale Modeler and the future that it's going to have. It's going to revitalise it and rejuvenate it, and hopefully get a lot of you guys back into the forum side of things, and maybe pull you away from Facebook a bit. The trouble is with Facebook is you post on there, and literally half an hour later your post has disappeared in a sea of other posts. It's very busy, International Scale Modeler Facebook, very busy indeed. I think we've got 15,000 members now, and it's constantly evolving and it's constantly posting, so a lot of posts do get lost in there, unfortunately. But if you want your work to be seen forever, go over and post it on the forum. In Facebook it'll drop off, disappear, but on the forum your work is there for life. As long as the forum's going, your work, your hard effort, all your documented builds and things like that. And a lot of people have said they use the forum just to document their builds, so they always have a point of reference for themselves for their builds. And then you think to yourself, well, do you know what? I had a problem on a build 2 years ago. Oh no, I can't remember what I did. And then they can go back, look at their post, and hey presto, there's the information that they need to get. So it is an invaluable resource for you guys. It is free, doesn't cost you a thing to join or anything like that, unlike other websites, forums. We don't charge you anything for our knowledge. We like to share our knowledge because that's what community is all about. Do go over if you haven't been a member, or if you have been a member and haven't visited for a while, please do go over and have a look. As I say, the new look forum will be up in about, I would say, another week to 10 days, and all those things that I've mentioned already implemented, but there's more to come. As their Modelers Toolkit is going to be awesome. It really is. I'm really excited about that. So that's the big forum news. We've also got a new sponsor on the forum, a new trader who has offered a discount for International Scale Modelers, and that is the Model Emporium, and it's Frey that owns that, and he's a new trader on ISM, and we only allow traders on ISM if they offer our members a discount in some way, shape, or form. It'd be free postage, percentage off, etc., etc. Frey at Model Emporium is offering a whopping 10% off of all ISM members. To get your code, all you got to do is go over to International Scale Modeler, look down in the trader section, and in there's a post from Frey, and it says the code to get you 10% off at the Model Emporium. The website address is modelemporium.shop. But go to the trader section, have a look. It's all on there. All the information you need is on there for you. And Frey's a really nice guy, and I think it's going to be a very good up and coming modelers shop. I hope so. Anyway, a good resource. Excuse me. So that's another good thing as well for our members. Another 10% off in another shop, which is fantastic. Moving on to Friday Night Live. Obviously, don't forget to tune in Friday nights live at the Bench Show with Paul and the live crew every week with Q&A sessions, live prize draws, kit releases, ISM forum build updates, and things like that, and much, much more. And if you've got a project that you're building at the moment and you want to show it, like you want the guys to talk about it, maybe give you some advice about it on the live show, all you've got to do, there's be a thread on Facebook and a thread on the forums that says Friday Night Live Show Q&A. And if you've got a build, you can put your build in there, put some photos in, the guys will discuss it and we'll have a chat about it live online and everything on a Friday night, which is great. And that's it for so far. It's not a lot of ISM news. Yeah, there's absolutely fantastic ISM news. I'm really excited about the forum and what's going to happen over the next few weeks. So please do tune in and go over and have a look. We've got another update coming probably 2 or 3 weeks time. So hopefully by then everything will be implemented. And what we'll do is we'll go through everything on screen for you as well to make sure you know where everything is and how to, you know, navigate this new site, which is going to be really easy anyway. It's not going to be too dissimilar, just a new look and a new feel, that's all. Okay, well that's the ISM news. I think now we'll go to the Ultimate news. Okay, so Ultimate Broaden Products news. Got some great news on this one. Massive update for Ultimate Broaden Products. If you've been to the website, umpretail.com, if you've been there lately, you'll see that I've built a whole new website from the ground up. We were finding that the old website was a bit old and dowdy, and it was more. It was quite hard to navigate and find things that you're looking to do. It was quite convoluted just to get to somewhere. So what I've done is I've stripped it right back to bare bones and rebuilt it, and now it's much more customer focused. So for you guys, it's easier for you to navigate, to shop, to have a look around and different categories and things like that. So there's several different categories for several different products, and they all fit into several different categories. There's lots of tutorials on the website now, as well as the product reviews that we've done through our ISM of anything that we sell through the shop. So it means you can have a look at, if you're not sure about something, if you want to buy it, there might be a product review about it. You can go and have a look for yourself in real time what it looks like before you purchase, which is great. Obviously got a section for models for heroes on there as well, there's lots of other little things that I've implemented, so I'm just going to go through them now. There's quite a lot, as you can see. I've got pages and pages of them here. So there's lots of things that's going to benefit you, the customer. First of all, we've put a calculate shipping button in the cart now before you actually go to checkout, so you can see what the costs are going to be before you get to the checkout. We've also done a multi-currency now, so we actually at the moment doing GBP, USD, Euro, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, the South African krona, and the Swedish krona as well. So we've got all those on there at the moment. If there's some more you'd like to add, do PM me on International Scale Modeler or email sales@umpretail.com, and maybe I can add yours if we've got enough customers that are looking in that currency as well. But what it does is it means that rather than looking at everything in pounds, because obviously we're in England, it means that you can now shop in USD, you can shop in Euro, you can check out in Euros or USD or Australian dollars or Japanese yen or whatever, and it just makes the process. One of the things that a lot of customers have asked us is, oh, can you tell me what it costs in dollars? And obviously we've had to say, well, just go to Google currency and they'll do it for you and it'll tell you what it is. But obviously if you're using a credit card or PayPal, you need to do their exchange rates roughly, because they're going to be different from the Google mean rates. But it's great that you've now got that option to shop in your own currency. It's been a very much requested thing, so now you can do that, which is great. As I said before, we've got a product review section, which you can instantly share anything that you see on the site to any social function like Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. If anything piques your interest and you want to let others know about it. There's more ways to pay now. I think there's Google Pay, Apple Pay, obviously PayPal, and all the credit cards now you can use on the site as well. So that's fantastic. We've got an easier and cleaner cart system as well, so it's not too confusing, so you're not going to get confused about that either. And also we've got some new software now that produces product flash sales and weekly sales and things like that. We've just finished a weathering wash, an ultimate weathering wash sale where we had 30% off all week, and that was including the full sets, which we now call the small sets, and obviously the mega set as well. So people are getting a lot of discounts there, 30% off. That's, you know, buy 4 get 1 free basically. So it's that's great. So we're going to be having flash sales on certain items and things like that regularly now, probably at least once a month on certain areas of the site. To get to learn when the sale is going to happen, you need to register on the mailing list at sales@umpretail.com. And what we do is, before we do a sale, obviously we'll notify everyone by the mailing list. So if you're just about to buy something, you think, oh, no, I'm going to get 20% off next week, I just might as well hold on. That way you can. Okay, so it benefits everyone. There's also an alert bar at the top of every page now that tells you what special deals on at the moment, or something that's happening with the website, or something that's going to help you around the site, or save money or something. So that will always be there as well. So always check the top line as well. Now we've also started up a Sprue Points program, which is basically a rewards program. We called it Sprue Points. I think it was quite apt. What we need, all you do is basically a loyalty program where every time you spend any money in a site, you get points, and the more points you get, the more discounts you get. I'll quickly run through them in a minute for you, but to get the points, there's lots of ways to get points. They are as follows. I've got to read them all off of a little script here. You get 1 Sprue point for every £1 you spent in the entire shop, with a bonus point, which would make 2 in total for every £1 spent on Ultimate modelling products. So £1 for normal products, 2 points for on anything from Ultimate. You get a bonus 100 Sprue points if your total order is over £100. You get 50 Sprue points for registering an account on the Ultimate site. You get 35 points for your birthday every year. If your account's still registered, you get 35 points. 25 points on your customer anniversary. So when you join the site and join the major account, you get an extra 25 points on the anniversary of that. You get 75 points for signing up to the newsletter. And you get 100 Sprue points for referring a friend, and your friend gets 50 Sprue points once they make their first purchase. So another way. There's also a VIP Sprue point section where customers get double Sprue points on all orders for life. To qualify, all you need to do is hit 1,500 Sprue points. Now the Sprue points accrue quite quickly. We've already got people on 500 Sprue points, and I'll just give you an idea of what you get. There's several levels for Sprue points. You've got bronze, which is 250 Sprue points, and you get £5 off the entire store. There's silver, which is 500 Sprue points, and you get £11 off the entire store. There's gold, which is 750 Sprue points. You get £17 off the entire store. There's platinum, which is 1,000 Sprue points, and you get £25 off the entire store. The VIP is double points for life, obviously, which is that mark hits at 1,500. If you manage to save up 1,500 points, automatically you get your VIP double points for life. And then there's unobtainium, which is 2,000 Sprue points, and you get 40% off of your entire order. So if you were, say you're at 1,200 points, you think, oh, a few more things and I can make a massive order, and you get 40%. It doesn't matter if the order's £1,000, you still get £400 off of that. So great levels of it, easy to achieve as well. As I say, we've got people, it's only been running for 2.5 weeks, and we've already got people over 500 points. I mean, if you have a look, if you register an account, sign up to a newsletter and refer a friend, then spend, I think it's £15–20 in the store, you already got your 250 points, which is your £5 off for your next order. So you get those things. You can pull the vouchers down as soon as you hit you've got a little Sprue point badge, and it's always on the bottom right hand side of the screen. It floats around wherever you navigate. You can look in there, it says you can claim your voucher at £5, or you can hold on, save your points and go for the higher vouchers and everything. So we'll also be adding mega Sprue point sales on certain products as well. So let's say maybe next month we might say, well, any airbrush, Apex airbrush bought, you get triple points or quadruple points. You buy an airbrush, which is £84, you get quadruple points. You're nearly at the £10 off on your next purchase just by purchasing one airbrush. So there's lots of different things that we've got planned to make the experience on umpretail.com a lot easier, a lot nicer, and a lot more customer friendly for you guys. And as a thank you, your reward for a lot of loyalty there over the years as well. As a thank you, we've brought this loyalty program into place so that we can give something back. And we haven't set unachievable targets. You know, you go to some sites and you've got to collect, 2,000 points just to get a £5. And there's some modelling sites I've been to where, you've got to collect 5,000 points just to get £5 off, and you get 1 point per pound spent. So, which is crazy. But here, 250 points, you could easily do that with 2 or 3 visits to the site. So we've made it achievable so that there's actually clear goals there, and you know, you do get your money off and you will get it back. Obviously our regular customers will buy for sure. So when a mega sprue point sale happens, don't worry, we'll notify you by the newsletter. So do sign up to the newsletter. It's really important that, because that's the way that you get to know everything and all the flash sales and things like that on the site. We've also added a wish list function as well. So at the moment, there's a wish, little heart at the top of the screen. You have to have an account to use it, but what it means is basically is if you see something that's out of stock or there's something there you can't quite afford it this month, you can pop it in your wish list and it's there for you to save. So you don't have to go hunting for it, you just go straight to your wish list each time. But we're trying to get the developer to introduce a new thing where if something's out of stock and it's in your wish list, you automatically get an email from us to let you know that it's back in stock. Once it is obviously back in stock. So lots of things happening on the alternate site as well. The website is great. If you haven't seen it, go and have a look. You don't have to spend any money, just go and have a look and let me know what you think. So yes, right, some product releases next. Okay, so we've had a couple of product releases in the last week. I'm sure if you've got any form of social media or you're part of the Facebook group or on the UMP Facebook group or ISM Facebook group, you have known that we brought out a whole new range of sanders. That's these, the customizable sanding sheets. And we've got those in grits of 240, 400, 800, 1200 in 3 packs and a multi-pack of 4, which is one of each. Now these are available now. They've proved to be extremely popular so far. Paul has done a little video on how to use them and everything, which is on a review. That will be up on the UMP retail site very soon, but it's already on International Scale Modeler YouTube channel, this one. So go and check it out so you can see how they're used. But basically, it's a sheet of sanding paper, styrene backed, and we've color coded them to match the thinny stick, so you know what the grits are. So all the grits match. What it means is that you can cut these sheets to any shape you like. You say, oh, it's like sandpaper, but these are styrene backed with 1mm styrene, and it means that it gives you that hardness to get into any little tiny slot. And they're also a tiny bit flexible as well, so you can actually get around corners and around difficult little turns. But there's no way you could have got a sander before. Even a sanding sheet that you've just cut up yourself just wouldn't do, because they just collapse on you as soon as you try to push it in somewhere. These ones, you can cut them as thin as you like, as Paul shows you on the video. Go and have a look at the video because it's all described on there. In fact, I might have it running here for you. But you can cut them in any shape, any size, the triangular shape is very good, and you can have that triangle either very wide or very thin. Really tiny thin strips you can cut as well to get into the tiniest little places, but it just means now that you can sand with complete accuracy and get into every single nook and cranny on your model with a whole, we've got a whole sanding system now. And they start from the normal modular sanders and buffers to the thinny sticks and thinny buffers, and now we've got the sanding sheets as well. And it means the customizable sanding sheets, which means you can just literally sand any part of your model, which is I think now we've probably got where we want to be with the sanding range. There's everything there. New customizable sheets won't be in the mega packs. We want to keep the mega packs affordable. If we put the customizable sheets in the mega packs as well, it takes it up to 70 odd. 80 quid, which is just, you know, $100 for a pack of sanders. So we thought we want to keep those out. So we're going to keep those separate for the time being. We'll see how that goes, because the mega packs are very popular and we don't want to price that out for people. So we're keeping the sanding sheets separate. So you get, for £5.69, which is the same as our other sanding packs, you get 3 sheets in there, and you'll find those 3 sheets will last you a long time. They are surface area, there's a lot of surface area, obviously. They're washable, the same as the normal sanders and things like that. They're cleanable and everything. So they're exactly the same grades and grits and everything that's on our normal sanders as well. They are absolutely fantastic, and I think they will prove to be invaluable on your desk. I know Paul's already used them loads in trials and things like that, and me too. When we had loads here for trials and things, all different shapes, sizes and everything. But we settled on this one, and it's really good. I'm sure your guys are going to love them. So go check them out. You can have a look at Paul's review of them or his showcase of them, and see for yourself how clever and how good they are. So anyway, you've got $5.69 for a triple pack and $6.69 for the multi-pack, with which is one of each grade in there as well. The next product we had released, which is the one of these. which is the decal solution holder. Now these, it's a picture here. I've had this for probably 6 to 8 months and just haven't got round to actually releasing it. I've had these for absolute ages, and they've been nicknamed the bullion bar because I've decided to do them in gold, just because this kind of shape just made it look like a bullion bar. But they'll hold the micro set and solder, your decal. I've got my decal fixer in there as well, as you can see, little decal film. I've put a couple of slots in there for paintbrushes as well, or you can put toothpicks in there or whatever you use to push your decals on. I use paintbrushes, stiff brushes to move my decals around, or decals, decals, whatever you want to call them. But very handy, and it stops me knocking them off my desk, which I've done many times. And the same as the Tamiya tape holders as well. Tamiya tape holders, the Tamiya paint glue pot holders. It just stops me knocking them all over my desk, which I've done so many times. I've just tried to solve real world problems with real world solutions. So they're on sale now. They're $5.99. I think we're nearly out of stock of those already, but there will be some more coming in the next couple of weeks, obviously. We've also got a new product, just an extra addition to one of our Sanders range, which is the Thinny Stick Starter Pack. We realised we didn't have a starter pack for the Thinny Sticks. We do for the normal model Sanders, but not for the Thinny Sticks. And the Thinny Stick Starter Pack is basically one of every of our grit Thinny Sticks, plus you get 2 of the buffers, one of the 3mm buffers and one of the 7mm Thinny buffers as well. So that's on the site now as well for $6.89 if you want one of each stick, if you want to give each one a whirl. A lot of people do that when they first try our sticks. They try the starter pack, then decide which ones they want to use, then go and buy the triple packs of the ones they want. So we find it very helpful for new modelers and things like that. So great. So that's a couple of product releases and a new addition to one of the lines. So fantastic. The customizable sheets, they've been on sale now for a week and they are proving extremely popular indeed. And anyone who can't see the benefit of that, I think you need looking at, because they're absolutely invaluable now for getting into little spaces. You can just sand things that you just couldn't sand before. We've also had a restock of the Suji Burrito files and pen files. Again, limited stocks of those, so if you wanted those, I know there's a lot of people waiting for those. I would suggest you get online and get them now, because they will disappear within the next week, I'm sure. And we'll have to put another order in for some more. We've also had a restock of the new Tamiya glue bottle holder. These, I'm actually thinking of doing one in white as well. I'm not 100% sure whether to. If you want one in white, let me know. If there's enough call for it, then we'll release a white one as well for the which is for the normal Tamiya glue. And I think there's the sky blue, the ABS glue, which is sky blue, I think, sky blue bottle cap, I'm not sure. We could always do one of those as well if anyone uses the Tamiya ABS glue as well. But again, as every week I say, be sure to sign up to the newsletter on umpretail.com. When you go on the news site, on the left hand side there's a little blue box, and on there it says sign up to the newsletter. If you do that, you get to know of any new product releases, or any flash sales, any discounts, anything like that. And we do a lot of special things with that as well. So as I say, I think we had 30% off all the weathering washes last week, and 2 weeks before that we had 25% off all Minions, or the Retrocrack Minions. So, and again, you know, we're going to have another sale probably in another 2 weeks' time of one or many objects we don't know yet. There's a new shop stocking the Ultimate range as well, and that is the Model Emporium, which is modelemporium.shop. You may well remember them just a minute ago. They are one of the traders in the new trader section that give ISM members a 10% discount as well. So well done to Model Emporium, and thank you for stocking UMP as well. Don't forget, Ultimate Modern Products are proud to sponsor Models for Heroes as well. These guys here. If you've got a spare £10 this month, £5, £1, anything, or some Airfix tokens, or some kits, or some paints, please do go over to their Facebook page, Models for Heroes, or on modelsforheroes.co.uk, and you can find out how you can donate those to Malcolm to be used by veterans all over the country. And I have to say, Models for Heroes is really starting to gain momentum now, and Malcolm's doing a grand job, and it's starting to get noticed and get spots on TVs and radios and things like that, which is brilliant. It's a really good cause. Please do donate to Models for Heroes. Okay, so that's it for Ultimate Modelling Product News. We've had some massive news for UMP and ISM. We're going to go back to ISM now for the GBs and SIGs. Okay, so ISM, GBs and SIGs. First off, I just want to say we've got a new sponsor for the international scale modeler GBs now, and that is the Model Emporium. Frey at Model Emporium is obviously it's a new shop, but he's going for it big time. And I just want to say a big thank you to Frey for his support with UMP, ISM, obviously with the members discounts, and now he's going to sponsor the GBs as well. The current GB at the moment, which is sponsored by aircraft.net, is the Cold War GB, and that was anything from 1947 to 1991, and obviously from all the relevant countries. And that finishes, I think, what day is it today? 28th, so that finishes in 3 days' time. This will be up, I think, probably just before it finishes. So so the reveal show for that will be out in the first 2 weeks following the end of it. So middle to end of September, we'll have the reveal show up for that. The next GB, which is World War I, will start on the 1st of September and runs to the 31st of December. And that's anything in service from 28th of July 1914 to the 11th of November 1918. It runs for 4 months, as they always do. You've got a few days still to choose your kits and everything, but don't worry, it runs for 4 months. You can join at any time. So if you haven't got anything now, you can join 1 week before the end, as long as the build's finished before the end. So there's a whole plethora of subjects now out there for World War I. There's a lot of companies do World War I stuff, so it'll be really interesting to see how that goes. The prizes donated by Model Emporium will be a Mini Art 135 T542 Mod 1949 kit with interior, and an AK paint set, the Modern Russian colour paint set as well. Second prize will be the Mini Art 135 T54 1 Mod 1947, and a pair of Minishima nippers, the D25s, which I've been told are really, really good. And third, we'll have an AK 160 German Armour Panzer Grey paint kit from AK, and a Mr. Hobby metal paint tray set. Now, those little metal paint trays, they might have seen anything, but I've got these here, which I use for all my putties and my super glue trays, as you can see. And I've had those for 5 years now. How can that super glue still be wet? And they've lasted all that time. And what I do is, obviously, I wait till fill it piles up, scrape it off, throw it away, and same with the glue, CA glue as well. So really, really handy, those things. I just want to say a big thank you to Frey for picking up the reins for the sponsorship of GB, and that is Frey from the Model Emporium right here, and his website address is modelemporium.shop. I do suggest you go and have a look. He's got but not even half of his products on the site already. He tells me that he's got a lot more to put on. It's taken a while to get them all up, as it is a new business. So well done, Frey, for taking a plunge and going for it, and thank you very much for ISM and UMP sponsorship and your support. So do go and have a look at his website, and he's a really nice guy to boot as well, so he likes to talk on the phone. Right, okay, we also have a couple of non-ISM SIGs at the moment. They are Tomcats 64s, 172 and 176 drop-in SIG. And I think that runs to the end of November. And basically, it's a very relaxed SIG, and it's been going all year. So you've still got a couple of months left on that as well. And there's also 2 Kid No Sleeps Bomber SIG, and that's any bomber from any arena, and that finishes on the 31st of August. So obviously it's not an ISM one, so we won't be doing a reveal show, but I'm sure 2 Kids No Sleep will be doing a reveal show for that one, because it's proved to be a very popular SIG indeed. And I think Paul has a kind of SIG stroke buddy build, an American muscle car one, which is running through Facebook, which is, and I think that goes for 2 months, and that's any American muscle car. Right, so we're going to go over to the free prize draws now. Right, the free prize draws for June and July. I've got to say, it's starting to get really warm now. It's about 34, 35 out there, overcast and very muggy and humid. I'm starting to wilt already, I think, but we shall crack on. Okay, so we had from E-Models in June, we had an Airfix 172 Handy Page Victor B Mark II, and from Ultimate we had the mega set of weathering washes. The Airfix, the winner of the Airfix 172 Handy Page from E-Models was Invalid Username, and Invalid Username from Victoria in Australia. So well done to you. You get that actually quite nice kit from Airfix, and quite a big kit as well. And for the Ultimate mega set of weathering washes, I'm going to get my teeth out in a minute. The winner of that is Drums01 from Ohio in the US of A. Well done to the pair of you. If you could PM me your names and addresses on International Scale Modeler on the forum, we'll get these prizes out to you ASAP. Well done. Okay, so July's free prize draw from E-Models, we had the Trumpeter 135 BMPT 72, and from Ultimate we had the mega set of weathering washes. And the winner of the Trumpeter 135 Soviet BMP 72 is My Lightweight from the UK. Doesn't say where, but well done, My Lightweight. You are the winner of the Soviet BMT from E-Models. And for the ultimate mega set of weathering washes, the winner of that is Minster, and Minster is from South Waikato in New Zealand. So well done, a real international winners forum these 2 months. So well done to you guys. If you could PM me your names and addresses on International Scale Model on the forums, we'll get these prizes out to you ASAP. Well done to all of you. Right, this month's prizes are from E-Models. We have the Dragon 135 LSS Light Seal Support Craft and the Italeri 148 Tornado IDS. From Ultimate, we have the mega set of weathering washes again because it's proving popular. Again, to enter these competitions, all you've got to do is put your name down on the competitions thread on ISM's forum for a chance to win. You do not need to do anything. You do not need to have to pay anything or do anything other than put your name on the thread. So you just have to post on the thread. If you're not registered on the International Scale Model forums, just head over to inscalemodel.com, look for the competition threads, and just enter, just put in there, hi, I'm here, please me, you know, whatever, count me in, is whatever you want to put in there. As long as there's a post from you in there, you will be included in the free prize draw. And we will be checking for double posts. So we've noticed that a couple of people have double posted lately. So please do not do that. It's not fair for the other members. So that's it. That is the end of the news update. Massive news update this month. Been some really exciting things on International Scale Modeler forums. Some exciting things on Ultimate Modern products as well. We've got more exciting things for both ISM and UMP in the coming months as well. So it's really exciting times this year. I've really had time to knuckle down and spend some time on UMP during the summer and your ISM, and I'm looking forward to continuing that into the new year as well. But big thank you to all our sponsors, obviously E-Models, Model Emporium, Aircraft.net, and of course Ultimate Modern Products. Without these guys' supports, we couldn't offer these free kits and everything for your delectable pleasure. And please do, if you haven't been onto the forums yet, please go over to the forums, check them out, register, you know, join in the fun, join in the GBs, get a chance to win prizes. The prizes aren't done like other forums where it's just the best model wins. It's all part of taking part. The thread counts towards the points, how much information you put on the thread about the kit, the model, and also the subject as well. So you really can get involved in the builds on there, and have a great family over on International Scale Modeler who are only more too happy to help. We do not allow critique. So if you don't ask for critique, you will not have someone say, oh, that model's crap, you should have done it this way. That isn't allowed. And it's a 3-strike warning for anyone that starts doing that as well. So we believe in positive reinforcement rather than negative reinforcement. So please do head over to the forums, inscalemodel.com. Make sure you visit, post, say hi and whatever. And until next month, take care. Bye-bye.